In this WrestleTalk news, it's Rumble weekend, baby, which means that the rumours just keep rolling in about who's going to be making an appearance. Finn Balor apparently had a recent pitch denied by WWE, and the company are looking to sign a top champion from another promotion, and some Disney stuff about them taking over the entire world, and it's not scary at all. I'm fine, thank you. Subscribe and enable notifications to Always On for daily wrestling news videos, guys. Please do it, please.
Support WrestleTalk!
Every year around this time, the old rumour engine goes into overdrive and just starts spewing out names about who might be making an appearance at the Rumble. There's already serious discussion of Ronda Rousey making a surprise return in heavily inverted commas because it is all over the internet. But a former tag team partner may also be making a return to the company. But fakey, she never had a tag team partner. Oh, she did. It's true. It's Kurt Angle. If you cast your mind back, Rousey's first major match for WWE was a mixed tag affair against Triple H and Stephanie McMahon, where Ronda teamed with the Olympic hero Kurt Angle. Now, Angle is reportedly scheduled to be in St. Louis Dangle this weekend, according to Fightful Select, though obviously no word has been mentioned of him officially competing in the Rumble match. Now, it is worth mentioning that Angle is part of Conrad Thompson's podcast network, which is running live shows in St. Louis Dangle all throughout the weekend, but word is that Kurt is not there to take part in any of that. Instead, it is WWE officials who reportedly planned on having Angle in the city for the weekend. But what could it be for? Because if it's not to appear in the Rumble, then there has been other talk of WWE having internal discussions about bringing him back to the company for an on-screen role. So maybe he would be in town for meetings instead, and to sort of further this conversation. Now, Angle was last in the ring for WWE at WrestleMania 35 in 2019, losing his retirement match to Baron Corbin. Can you hear that? That's the sound of Ollie tearing out the surgically implanted gooch hair from his head. He hates that match. Then after that, Angle made a few on-screen appearances and worked behind the scenes as a producer until he was released from the company in April 2020. So here's hoping if this is the start of a return for Angle, it ends much better than it did last time, because to be honest, Ollie only has so much gooch hair to spare. Another WWE legend spotted in town for the weekend is The Undertaker, who is already there according to PW Insider. Now, reports obviously emerged earlier this week that Taker would be attending in support of his wife Michelle McCool, who is appearing in the Women's Rumble match, but maybe we'll get a Taker appearance of some sort. We can dream, right? I mean, the dead man hasn't been seen in WWE since his Survivor Series retirement segment, the one where Kane was for some reason the only one dressed up properly. Guess what? The rumour train trundles on and is dropping off a lot of passengers. I don't necessarily think it makes sense as a metaphor here, but it's very early in the morning and I don't care. So let's whiz through some of the names that have been talked about. First off, one that needs a pinch of salt because it's Ringside News saying it, but they are saying that Bad Bunny is scheduled for the Royal Rumble. A tenured member of the creative team reportedly told them that Bad Bunny is always looking to do more with WWE, and considering that Bunny always suggested he would be back, it's not out of the realms of possibility. Plus, he's also got that World Tour scheduled for this year, which was announced during WrestleMania last year, so a Rumble appearance is another great bit of PR for that. Plus, he just loves WWE. He loves it. WWE and Bunny in collaboration probably has people thinking, wow, that's a lot of money coming in. Here comes some money. And the money might be returning, sporting some grossly oversized trainers and sweating like a pig in a sauna. Because of course, we are talking about WWE's resident potato farmer that isn't Brock Lesnar, Shane McMahon. He throws a lot of potatoes. Shane is reportedly set to return during the Royal Rumble. Again, this news comes per Ringside News. Now, if Shane were to make a return appearance, it is usually to set up something for WrestleMania, so let's all keep an eye on that. Now, over on the women's side of things, it's been an interesting year as many names have already pre-announced their involvement in the Rumble. You've got Kelly Kelly, Mickie James, the Bella Twins, Lita and Summer Rae, with the major rumours swirling around Ronda Rousey and potentially even Kairi Sane popping up. One other surprise entrant who is reported as being spotted in St. Louis Dangle by PW Insider is my Smash Bros sparring partner, remember Screenstalker RIP, Melina. It was reported earlier this month that Melina would be in the Rumble as a surprise, but this sighting essentially confirms that. There were also reports a while ago that she could have been set for an NXT return with some involvement in the Robert Stone brand, which has now moved on to involve Von Wagner, who was last seen hanging out in the woods with Kyle O'Reilly. You're a really cool guy, Von. But the Melina plans for NXT reportedly fell through due to an injury though, so hopefully she's cleared now. She was also in talks about the 2020 Royal Rumble, but her contract with the NWA reportedly restricted it. Not so much now though, because there are forbidden doors opening up all over the place, like the end of Monsters, Inc. Like Edgar from Men in Black, we want more rumours, and Melina is not the only name for the women's match that has cropped up. We've also got former Funkadactyl Cameron, who Fightful Selector reporting has arrived in St. Louis Dangor ahead of the event. PW Insider's Peepers also spied someone who hasn't appeared on WWE TV in over 8 years, Oksana. Oksana was signed to a developmental contract in 2009 before debuting on Raw in 2011 and eventually moving over to SmackDown before leaving the company in 2014. So this one is quite a deep cut by WWE standards. On to other news now, and Finn Balor has been talking about his current WWE situation and how the company refused his big pitch when he was in the process of leaving NXT. Balor told Mark Andrews on his BBC Radio Wales podcast My Love Letter to Wrestling that he originally told higher-ups that he would love to go to NXT UK after his run on the black and gold brand. But WWE, they shot it down. He said the idea came that I go to SmackDown and I counter-pitched with NXT UK and they said maybe in a couple of years, but we need you right now on SmackDown. Like for me to move to NXT UK would have been the move. So he was needed on SmackDown to go back to being smiling Finn Balor, then resurrect the demon and then fall off the top rope in his Extreme Rules match against Roman Reigns and then essentially do nothing else. Say it with me, gang. A company. But as we discovered recently, this company also has some serious cheddar, and if you want to earn it, that is also A-OK. It can do wonders for your profile in the wrestling world, and offers should always heavily be taken under consideration, especially when you're young. Because one name who recently appeared at the latest round of tryouts for WWE was 20-year-old former Ring of Honor Women's World Champion Roxy. Fightful have reported that Roxy performed well at the tryouts, and there have been a significant push within WWE to get her signed even before she tried out. Now, this is kind of all part of WWE restocking itself with fresh talent after a huge 2 years of releases, and the tryouts were reportedly so big that WWE busted a lot of people and gave current Performance Center trainees a few days off just so the event could take place. Now, one Performance Center source said that Roxy's main event Impact match with Deonna Purrazzo for the ROH Women's Championship and the Reina de Reinas title made hiring her a no-brainer. Though no-brain is what WWE often have when it comes to their hiring and firing. A zing. Finally, in terrifying news for those of us scared by monopolizing mega corporations slowly taking over everything you know and love and making you watch stuff until the end of time, is the Book of Boba Fett just another thing of Mandalorian? Yes, it is. Why do I have to watch it? I don't want to watch. Disney has reportedly acquired the streaming rights for WWE Network content in Indonesia. The two companies have reportedly agreed on a deal for the WWE Network to stream exclusively on Disney Plus Hotstar in the region. WWE's premium live events will also air on the service as part of the standard subscription. It's kind of a similar deal to the one WWE struck up with Peacock in the US. Hopefully the app works. This could all potentially preclude a bunch of other acquisitions by Disney in other regions, as has now been speculated for a few years. It cannot be good though. But as I said up front, this is Rumble weekend. Of course, we will be doing live reactions to the show tomorrow night over on the WrestleTalk podcast channel, so please do join us there. And by us, I mean not me, because I have not been invited to be part of the Royal Jamble. Me, the best champion that ever lived. Apparently some other dickhead's got a video announcing himself, so here it is, but I'm cross, and you should be too.
Terry, knock knock.
Who's there?
Andy.
Andy who?
Exactly. It is Royal Jamble season, which means it's time for the Royal Jamble match, where a bunch of YouTubers get together to watch the Royal Rumble. They're given a number. If their number wins, they go on to WrestleJamia to potentially fight for the Jam, that championship, the most prestigious prize in all of sports infotainment. As a previous winner of the Jamble match, I know how important this match can be. As such, we've seen a raft of incredibly talented people declaring for the Royal Jamble match. Professional Fozzie Bear impersonator Sullivan Bo Brown, professional Adam Blompier impersonator Daniel Layton, and Angela from Hobby Night, who seems to be bringing a gun to the match. I mean, it's a strategy. We've also seen Sat, we've seen SP3, Abby, Jenna, Tempest, and someone else who I can't quite place. But what do all these people have in common? They're all mid-carders. That's right, I've decided that what the Royal Jamble needs is what it currently lacks, and that is a main eventer. So to all of you competing for the Royal Jamble this weekend, I say to you one thing. Listen up, fives. A 10 is declaring for the Royal Jamble.
And I find this very interesting. You were quite taken by this bit of concept art.
Can you do an impression of my reaction?
Oh.
Yeah, it was sort of very BBC 1974, wasn't it? It was like, oh.
Because this shows the final battle at the Statue of Liberty, as seen in the trailer. We're still doing no spoilers. Producer Rich over there still hasn't seen the
Which,
movie.
at this point, is your fault. It's one of the highest grossing movies ever.